Hi everyone, I'm Callie. This is Family Yoga for the York County Libraries. I'll be filming with my 7-year-old son today, so I would recommend grabbing an older child for this. Parts of this flow will be challenging for both adult and child, and so it's just an opportunity to have fun with your kid, to try something different and maybe challenging, and to teach them things like perseverance. Now, Brooks and I, my son and I, we practiced a few times before filming, and when we first practiced, we did not get these things right the first time. So if that happens with you and your child, it's just an opportunity to show them like, hey, we're not going to give up just because this was hard. We're going to try this thing again, which is so often how things happen in life. We don't always get things right the first time. So using this fun yoga flow to teach them perseverance, to teach them that your failures aren't going to hold you back. So always use language with them that's encouraging and that teaches them that they can trust themselves and that they can trust you. So I hope you have fun, and we're going to get started. Okay, so actually, will you stay kneeling like that, but come right in front of me, right here, facing away from me. There you go, yep. Okay. So for this one, if it feels okay for your kid to sit like this, just let them sit like this. If it doesn't feel good, they can do crisscross applesauce. I'm going to scoot in really close, so close that my knees are going to come right into the small of his back. Now I'm trying not to press like into any bones, and I'm really not pressing hard at all, but you can, well, can you see with my pants? My legs are lifted, so this is an ankle foot stretch for me, and my knees are in the small of his back, which, how does that feel? Yeah. They'll like it. So take your hands behind your head, elbows out wide. Yeah, look straight in front of you. Look straight in front of you. There you go. And I'm just gonna help him sit up tall, so I'm gonna scoot in a little bit more, and I'm just gonna open up his arms. 3 big breaths. Good. Take your arms down by your sides, bring them behind you. So his thumbs are down here, and I'm just going to gently lift up. Again, just opening up his shoulders and chest. I'm not going to go too far. Don't go too far with your kid. If you do any of these with another adult, they'll probably want a little bit more pressure, but with a kid, we just be nice and gentle. You doing your breathing? Are you holding your breath? Don't hold your breath. Okay, really good. So now, buddy, you get to come around behind me. Okay, so I'm going to scoot my legs out in front of me. Bring the soles of my feet together like a butterfly pose. Now don't try to bring your feet in towards your body. We're going to let them stay out nice and wide. And then you're going to actually turn around.
Oh, now I do.
Yep. Okay, sit up on your knees. Good, good, good. Okay, lean back towards me. Let me hook my arms under yours. Other way. Oh. There we go.
I don't know which way.
Stand up on your knees. Stand up. Yeah, put your feet on the ground, I think. There you go, feet on the ground. Okay, and he's going to lay back on me. Go ahead, lay back. And you can walk your feet in a little bit and scoot up my back. There you go, that's good, that's good. Just going to try to get you in the center. And then we try to just relax. Try to relax without falling off. Breathing deeply. Let's do 3 big breaths. Okay, bud? Good. And I'm going to sit back up. You sit down. Good. Really good. Okay, so let's try that reverse tabletop. So you can stay right here. I'll scoot a little bit forward. So your feet are planted down and your knees are up, buddy. Got it? Hands behind you. Yep. And then you lift your booty up. There you go, lift it up even higher. There you go, we're a reverse table here. Reverse tabletop. Really good. Stretching you out a little. Okay, so now again, I'm going to show you how you could do this as a partner pose, okay? So, adult will sit with their feet planted, knees up. Kid, come sit on your parent or your adult's lap. Sit down. There you go. So kid, you have to stay sitting up, okay? Can you stay sitting up? He's even got his hands on my knees for balance. That's totally fine. So I'm going to set up, get my hands. I like my, it's practice with your fingertips forward, but it's okay if your fingertips have to go to the side or even back, okay? That's not a deal breaker. So plant your feet down and then lift your hips up. Just a minute, buddy, but I'm not even up. All right, go ahead, you can reach back. So he already knows he's reaching back for my shoulders, planting his feet on the base of my thighs, and lift that booty up high. Look up at the ceiling. Pretty cool. And it's not as hard as you think for the adult. So you can set yourself down. Now sit up nice and tall so I can carefully lower you. Oh, good. I got an itch on my nose. Okay, good job. All right, sit down right there. Booty down. Face me this time. I know, it's okay. Put your feet onto my feet. Remember this? You know what we're doing yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you got it now. All right, so this is gonna be like a staff pose. We're both doing staff pose, which stretches the back of your legs. So if you're not as flexible, be gentle. You can keep a bend in your knees. So go ahead, buddy. Can you scoot back a little bit, actually? There you go. Now bend your knees a little bit, because I know you're not as flexible as me. Okay, I'm gonna pull you in. No, not doing that yet. I'm pulling you in to fold. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 3 big breaths. Okay, sit up. And then I'm gonna straighten my legs as much as I can while he pulls me. Pull on. You gotta hold on to my hands, honey. There you go, now pull. And 3 big breaths when you find your stretch. Good, okay, sit up. Okay, let me scoot in again. Okay, this one's a fun one because it's really hard. Okay, so we're gonna try to lift our feet up so that we're in a boat pose with our feet lifted. But the way we've been able to do it, and the way I would like to teach it, is to try one foot first. That's been the best way to do it for us. And eventually, if you get really good at it, maybe you can lift your feet at the exact same time. But for now, which foot are we starting with? This one? So push your feet into each other, and then we lift it. Let's see if we're gonna be able to do it. Push your foot into mine, this one. There we go. You really gotta push, right? Okay, let's
try both.
Okay, we'll try both. Ready? Push your feet into mine. No, not arms, feet. One more time. Okay. We can only do it 1 foot at a time right now, but once you get it up there, you can try to take those 3 breaths. You want to try that? Get it up there and then take 3 breaths. Pushing in mine. Okay, 3 breaths. Okay, that was awesome. Sit up. Okay, what do we got left, Brooks? Okay, legs up the wall. So adult gets to do legs up the wall. So many benefits. Sit on the mat, please. So many benefits for legs up the wall. It helps with reducing stress, anxiety, depression. Helps with getting rid of varicose veins. Helps with insomnia. So a lot of people like to practice it at night. So we're gonna stay out there, and it's fun to learn fun things they can do while you're up in legs up the wall, so that they can be entertained. So yeah, let's try it.
Oh, this thing, the chicken?
First airplane, okay. So we call this one airplane. And again, to get these benefits, stand all the way up. To get these benefits, you have to be practicing like every day for about 5 to 10 minutes. So another reason it's good to learn some of these things. So I'm gonna have my feet on his hips, not his stomach and not lower on his legs, but right on his hips. And my toes are kind of even on the side because kids are little, you know. We're holding hands, and then I just lift up. And you try to keep your legs squeezing and together. Can you put them together? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just gonna hold onto our hands. We're not gonna let go. Very good, Brooks. And adult, you can just practice your deep breathing, bringing that breath right into your belly, sinking the belly down on the exhales. Okay, bud. He really wants to show you guys this advanced one, so it's super fun, but I will tell you, what do you think? It took us at least 3 times before we got it? Yeah. Okay, so come stand on it. So the kid, you definitely want to watch this first and just replay it when you're ready, but the kid will come stand over top of your head facing your legs. I'm gonna go legs up the wall, and he holds on to me. Now he's gonna step his foot into my opposite hand, because eventually, before you do this, buddy, eventually he's gonna turn. So we're working on turning. So go ahead and step your leg into mine. And then I'm going to grab onto his heel with this hand because right now I can use both arms to let, now before you do, don't do this yet, buddy, hang on. So this, it takes a lot of trust and a lot of strength. So please don't try this if you're not strong enough. So go ahead and step into my hand. No. Hold on with both. There you go. Step into my left hand first. Step. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we're moving really slowly to show everybody. So he switched his hands, and when he was ready to give me his foot into my hand is when I took it. So the kid here is always the initiator of movement. Are you ready to try chair? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm bending my knees, and he's ready for me to take my feet. Don't just sit, buddy. You gotta feel my feet. He's getting a little too confident. Sit up nice and tall. Whew. Yeah, don't look out the window. Can you do hands at heart center? Can you give the camera a wink? Really good. Okay, getting down, we're less graceful at. So I'm just coming to knees to chest. He's gonna lean forward to grab my hands. Yeah. So you have to be super careful. You can say right here, this is a nice assist for me. Does it feel good for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this feels really nice. Little knees to chest with an assist. So again, just please be really careful. Maybe even have a spotter the first time you try that. All right, bud. One more, couple more, and then you get your final resting pose, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna set you down really slowly. And adult, you can flip right on over to child's pose. Again, Brooks is gonna turn around and lay your back on me. You like this one, right?
Yeah.
All right, stand up, stand. All right, now lower down. Okay, good. I'm gonna try to get his head into the crook of my neck. There we go, so don't fall off, buddy. But otherwise you can relax. This should feel pretty amazing for the adult, and the kids just really love this one. 3 to 5 breaths here. Okay, and I'm gonna come to sitting up, so get ready to sit up, buddy, so you're not flopping off to the side. Good job. Okay, now you can come to child's pose, and I'll turn around and face you. Yep, and you can scoot all the way back. So final resting pose can be lots of different things for anybody, and you should always have the freedom to choose the one that's right for you. And Brooks he has a couple that he really likes when I'm right here giving him an assist. So I'm just gonna walk you through that. So he's in child's pose, and I was just separating his knees just a little bit so he could snuggle down a little more. Put my hands on the small of his back on either side of his spine. I'm not gonna press on his spine. And I'm just gonna gently rock him back and forth. A little bit of vibration. And then walking your hands up his back or up their back, he or she. All the way up to the shoulders, and I'm just gonna grab my fingers onto the tops of his shoulders and just tug back. Yeah, you know you're doing it right if they start slowing down their breath. Even children do this naturally. Now I'm just gonna walk my hands back down. And I don't know about your kids, but mine are running and jumping and biking all the time, so a nice thing to do, if I can get his legs out just a little bit wider, is take your hands on their thighs, and you just kind of pull the thigh outward, like an outward rotation, putting a little bit of pressure on. Okay, buddy, can you take a big inhale and sit up? And you can sit all the way up. Good, or you want to lay on your stomach or on your back? On your back? Okay, then your head right here.
Okay.
So let's try final resting pose on our back. That is the traditional spot. So adult, you can change your sitting position to whatever feels comfortable. And then we're just gonna help them relax a little bit. Oh wow, a big yawn, okay. It's working, it's working. Okay, if you want to, Brooks, you can close your eyes. And kid at home, if you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. You're in a safe place. Your adult, your parent, your mom, dad, whoever, they're with you and there's nothing to worry about, okay? So I'm just kind of rubbing his head. So what we're going to do here is we're going to keep our hands on them so that they know where we are, so that we're not shocking them or scaring them at any point. I'm going to take my hands on his shoulders really gently and just press them down. And then walk your hands down his arms. I'm trying to be really careful so he doesn't think I'm going to tickle him, because that would kind of spoil the moment. And then you can take your hands all the way down on top of theirs and just spread their fingers down. And then walking your hands back up their arms, all the way back up to those shoulders. And then taking your fingers underneath their neck, you're just going to really gently start putting pressure on their neck. You can do little circles. And then you're just going to walk your fingers up until you feel where their skull is starting. And you kind of have your fingers on like the fatty part underneath their skull. And just do little circles there. These are the occipital lobes. And they help us with thinking clearly. So you can just like massage them out. You like that? Mm-hmm. And for the record, if you ever do any of this final resting pose stuff to an adult, they will love this part, and you can put a lot of pressure, but I'm not putting much pressure on. Then I'm going to take my thumbs. What are you going to fool you on here? I'm going to take my thumbs to the sides of, right in front of his ears, and just kind of run them up and down. Yeah, and really anything else that feels good. If they like their hair played with. Is it hard to lay still? Yeah, already for kids it's hard to lay still. You can take your thumbs right across or above their eyebrows, massaging that muscle. Good. And when you're ready, can you just roll over to one side first? And then you can put your hands, remember I showed you that, put your hands in front of you and roll up to a seated. Yeah, we'll both come to a seated position like this. All right, sit down. That felt good?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can have your hands on your knees if you want. Just close your eyes for a minute. Can you close your eyes? Okay. And this is when you just speak promises and lovely things over your child, like whispering sweet nothings. Like, Brooks, you are a masterpiece. You were made on purpose for a purpose. You are loved. You are wanted. And you can just repeat these things to your child as well. You are good. I'm proud to be your mom. I like having you as a son. And thanks for practicing with me. And thank you for practicing with us. Hope to see you again. Bye.